going on, everybody? This is MattDoesFitness, and I can remember when I failed my first driving test. The instructor said to me, "What do you do when you get to a red light?" And I said, "I don't know, look out the window, listen to the radio." Okay, this is my squat highlights from week 4 of my 4th cycle, and it was pretty solid, I would say. If I was reviewing it, I'd give it probably a 7 to a 7.5 out of 10. Now, this is my first session, and at this point, I was feeling really ill. This was the start of the week. It was on Monday. This was like the peak, the apex, if you like, of my illness. I felt really crap, but I kind of forced myself to go to the gym, and I did 5 sets of 5 at 180 kilos, which is pretty much 400 pounds. Now, about a month ago, this would have been a friggin' huge PR. Right now, it's just solid. I mean, I've done slightly more than this for 5 sets of 5. I was going to go for another rep PR, but I thought it would be a little bit silly. I kind of favoured just getting the reps and getting the work in and not killing myself. I mean, I was feeling ill. To be fair, it didn't have a massive impact on my actual squatting. The actual reps felt really good. They felt easy. I mean, this is probably the easiest of 5 sets of 5 sessions felt for me for a long time. It was more, I've said it before, it was more the breathing. So in between the sets, I was really struggling to breathe. I was coughing quite a lot, so it wasn't ideal. But like I said, I managed to get the work in, and that is the main thing. Because I mean, I'm pretty much better now. I feel fine really now. But I've been ill for almost, ages, like 2.5 weeks, I think. And it hasn't really affected my training. I think I've literally missed maybe 1 or 2 sessions, and that's it. And in terms of my squats, I haven't really missed anything. So in that respect, it's really, really positive that I've managed to kind of hang in there, particularly with all the Christmas and New Year stuff going on. So I'm happy. Now, like I said, this would have been a big rep PR for me not too long ago, so obviously it's pleasing. And I think, again, it's another sign that tells me I've got a good PR to come, I reckon. This is week 4 of my cycle now, so I'm going to run 2 more weeks, so I'll do 6 complete weeks of training. I would normally probably test in my 6th week, but because it's been a little bit interrupted, like I said, with the illness and Christmas, New Year, festivities, etc., I'm going to run 6 full weeks, and I will then use like week 7 as a test week. I'll probably, in fact, I might even kind of deload in week 7 and then test in week 8. I'm not sure. I want to kind of obviously make sure I'm fresh when I test, but I don't want to waste potential training time. But I feel like if all things kind of go well, I could have another decent squat PR to come, because when I did that last one, the 501 pound squat PR, which is 227.5 kilos, if you haven't seen that video, go and watch it, by the way. It was awesome. I feel like I've got another good one to come, because when I did that, I wasn't feeling very good. I was ill. It was fairly early in the day. Admittedly, I felt good when I was squatting, but I definitely felt like I wasn't 100%, and the actual squat itself wasn't great. If you watch the PR video, at the end of the clip, I say something like, that wasn't even a good squat, because it didn't feel good. It felt like I kind of misgrooved it. I messed it up a little bit, and I still got it up. So I'm pretty confident I've got at least a little bit more to put onto that, but we will see. Like I said, in probably 2 weeks' time, I'll go for it again, and we'll see what happens. Right, now, this is my accessory work. I did 3 sets of 3 for front squats, 130 kilos, 287 pounds, and I actually did them, as you see there, as pause reps. For 2 reasons. Firstly, because I've never done it before, I thought it would be interesting, and also because the first rep I did ended up being a pause rep by accident, so I thought, why not stick with it? With my front squats, I'm still kind of misgrooving them quite a lot and trying to find the right kind of body position and stuff, so sometimes I end up just accidentally sitting at the bottom of the rep. So yeah, I thought I might as well just finish them as pause reps. I then did some lat pull downs on the 3rd greatest machine in the world. I did 3 sets of 10 down to about 8, I believe, and I went pretty heavy. Or heavier than I would normally do for these, because I was wiped out. So I think this is literally the only accessory that I did, and then I went home and threw up, and then filtered my sick and drank it. Okay, this is my 2nd session of the week, and this was another good one. Now, this time I went for 5 sets of 3, as is the norm. I went for 195 kilos, 430 pounds, and spoiler alert, I got them. Now, this is a PR for me. I've done this before for, I think, 3 sets of 4, which was a couple of weeks ago, but never for the full 5 sets. And to be honest, I felt good. I still in this session felt a tiny bit ill. I was still coughing a bit, but I felt pretty much fine. And like I said, today I feel completely fine, really. The first couple of sets, the weight felt easy. I mean, I was almost getting a little bit complacent and lazy because I was kind of so comfortable with the weight and I knew that I was going to get it up every time. A couple of reps, I was a little bit lazy, so I kind of had to grind them. But every time I kind of, focused and made sure I went for it and got a nice stretch reflex, etc., I came up really, really easily and the weight felt good. So I'm confident here, and I'm confident that I've got another, I don't know, at least a few pounds, a few kilos that I can put on this session. Sorry, before the end of the cycle, but we shall see. Now, what is this? This is my third set. I think there was one about 3 or 4 where I kind of messed it up. It might be, I think it is here actually. This is the third set. This is where I kind of messed up. You see here, I kind of misgrooved it a bit there, and then this one here, I really misgrooved it, and it turned into, you see there, like a pretty long rep, which is obviously not ideal in the middle of a session. That really annoyed me, and so I made sure I came out in the 4th set and absolutely destroyed it, which I did. The reason for that, the misgroove, is that I'm still trying to settle, I have been for a long time to be fair, trying to settle on which is the best way to drop down. I feel like, it's funny, I feel like if I sit down kind of how I should be, with my bum back, etc., the bar path is better, but I feel weaker. When I kind of let myself go forwards a little bit, I feel like I get a much better stretch reflex and I feel much, much stronger. On that 4th set there, I did that. I sat a little bit forwards and the weight was coming up so easy. It felt really good, and that was the 4th set. So obviously, I think that is the way forward for me. It's just kind of getting it consistent. So I will try and incorporate that consistently. It's not, falling forwards, but just sitting a little bit forwards. I feel like I bounce up really, really quick and the weight feels easy. And even when it kind of slows down, I feel like I'm in a really strong position with my whole body over my legs to just easily grind that weight up. So it felt to me like that was a kind of a PR position. I feel like if I had a heavy weight on my back and I was in that position, I'd get it up easy. Also, by the way, you saw there, awkward, I went to re-rack the weight and I was a little bit off line, so I hit the rack with the bar and it actually almost bounced back off my back, which would have been really embarrassing, but I managed to save it, recollect myself, and then just put it back on like a boss. Right, here is my accessory work for those squats. I did 3 sets of 5 of 120 kilos, 254 pounds, beltless front squats, this time without a pause, just regular squats. But I was happy with these. The weight felt really, really easy, and my form, if you look at it there, for me, I'm pretty pleased there. It looks really nice. The bar path's going straight down and up. My form felt good. One thing I'm working on there is trying to keep my elbows up, because otherwise my kind of thoracic spine gets pulled forward and I end up looking a bit ugly and having to grind reps. So when I keep my elbows up, it keeps the bar back, keeps my shoulders back, and everything feels a lot better. That was that in terms of my squats. I then did a bit more accessory work to compensate for the lack of some in the first session. Did some wide grip pull-ups using these different kind of handle attachments. People always say to me that looks like it's going to fall off the ceiling. My answer to that is it may well, and if it does happen, let's face it, it's going to make a very funny video. I then did some reverse flies. I always do these really light because I feel like I can engage my rear delts a lot more, and I've said it before, I've said it loads of times, I'm trying to do a lot more rear delt work because I want to compensate for all of the pressing and bench type work I'm doing. I don't want to get imbalances there, and while I've been doing this, I reckon this is probably having a positive effect on my shoulders because they're feeling a lot stronger. Haven't, touch wood, had any shoulder pain for a long time now since my competition. Right, finished the session with some alternate dumbbell supinating arm curls. Didn't do any arms on Monday, so I went a little bit crazy here. I think I did 5 or 6 sets, which is the most I've done for arms in a long time. Basically just kind of ran down the weight in terms of dumbbells. And that, my friends, was my session, and that was my week. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the squats. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, as always, and I will see you tomorrow.